Syracuse, Schenectady, Utica. Except Utica's from Minnesota and not upstate New York. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. Today I'm going to do a tribute to Utica, who I think should have won this week for the ball challenge. Her gown was amazing. I already did a red smoky eye with my Candy Muse makeup, but what the hell, I'll do it again, but this time Utica style. Alright, and I'll also be talking about Drag Race UK. When Estina Mandela went home, that was super shocking. UK shows that it's not playing around, okay? They seem to be really looking for real personality queens there. Alright, if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so this week we have two balls, alright? In America, we have the bag ball where we had 36 looks, and in the UK, we had the frenemies ball. So I was really hoping we'd get some absolutely fabulous judges for this one, but we didn't. Okay, but all around, I think all the looks were pretty good. This is the Matte Wet n Wild. I will try to go into most of the looks, okay? I'll concentrate on more interesting ones. And yeah, today I'll be doing Utica's look. At first I was wondering whether I should do a Estina Mandela's look, okay, with the big pigtails and everything. Her makeup was a little bit, her liner was really good though, so I decided to do this one. Although I did something similar recently, I really like Utica's final look, okay? She really should have won. I'm gonna try a whole bunch of new stuff today. I'm gonna try stuff from Dose of Colours. They had a discount code over New Year, so I got a whole bunch of stuff from them. I'm gonna try to use some of their shadows today too. Okay, so I will be using their foundation, and this is their foundation in 109 Light. For Drag Race 13 in America, they had a bag ball, okay? They come in, they're reeling from Kimora Hall's exit. And Candy Muse is still coming for Elliot, okay? All she's every time she's just going, she just keeps saying Elliot should be in the bottom, Elliot should be in the bottom. But Elliot is taking it very well, okay? Elliot is absorbing all this abuse, and I don't know why Candy seems to insist on, you know, putting people down. Later on in Untucked, it shows that she can't take it herself, so she's not coming across very well at the moment. Okay, I think this needs to be built up a little bit. But I was very happy to see that Tamisha Iman is starting to be a bit annoyed with Kenny at the moment, and she's like bringing her down, okay? I think that's the kind of energy that's been missing in the workroom for a very long time. So I'm really starting to enjoy Tamisha Iman, okay? She's really the voice of, almost the voice of reason. I mean, of course she's a drag queen, so she is extra and she is fierce and everything, but she's not taking any nonsense from these young upstarts, right? So good for her on putting Candy Muse in her place. I think everyone else is also quite grateful for Tamisha Iman standing up for everyone else. Candy Muse keeps saying that Simone's the biggest competition, and that basically puts down everyone else around her, right? Everyone else isn't worthy enough. So Tamisha Iman's, hold on, you better watch your words there, we're all still here. Good for you, Tamisha. I'm gonna try the Dose of Colours concealer as well, and this is in Light 60. About the same colour. This foundation is looking a little bit grey. And the next day they come in and there's a mini challenge, okay, a quick drag mini challenge. I really like these so you can see what the queens can do in quick drag. I should do a quick drag challenge on this channel one day, right? How long do you think I should give myself? An hour? I liked Got Mixed Makeup, okay, where she had these glitter tears. She had time to do glitter tears. Joey J's quick drag wasn't very much, okay? He was basically in a onesie and a diaper, which basically made him look like still look like a sexy man. Elliot had this really interesting move where she was twerking and humping the floor like a baby. That was quite good to do for a baby challenge. And Tina Burner, what was that outfit? Tina Burner didn't look like a baby at all. That was a full-ass grown woman. And of course, Lalari had amazing dance moves and she won this challenge, rightfully so. Lalari had quite a lot of talking hits this whole episode, okay? I was quite worried for her because they were giving her quite a lot of screen time, so I was wondering, oh my, is it time for her? Okay, I'm going to contour with my V21. Utica Queen's makeup is really good and she's very smart. I mean, for her first two looks, she came on with a very simple brown cut crease, and then later on she added all the red blush everywhere, okay? To give her that editorial final look. I think I'm also going to mix and match some techniques that I found quite interesting from other queens today. Okay, so Ru comes in and tells them the challenge, and they have to prepare 3 looks. 2 looks they brought from home. Mixed bag look, okay, where they have to do a pun of a bag. I think that was quite good. I love puns. Usually the first look is some sort of a daywalker, young girl kind of look, but I like this one with the pun. I think you should keep this, okay? I like it when it pushes the queens to make some clever jokes. I'm gonna go into my ColourPop white concealer to try to intensify the center of the face and everything. Okay, I'm cutting this cheek here. This is what Gottmik does in all her recent YouTube tutorials. Okay, she started her own YouTube channel now. Competition. Obviously no competition. But she cuts this to give her cheek a nice boost. Okay, so let's try that today. Oh, and then the second look is a money bags challenge. This is the executive realness category where they have to look like a rich woman. And of course they have some really, really cringy product placement here where they have used Coach bags. And then they had the gaggers of your baggers challenge, okay? They have to make this outfit by themselves, made with only bags, okay? Okay, so yeah, they get to sewing and what Rosé is calling the Bald Head Brigade, composing of Lalaurie and Candy Muse. They don't sew, apparently, so they're going to be in trouble. And it seems like quite a lot of queens sew. A lot of contestants seem to have taken into account that they are going to have to start to learn how to sew before they get on the show. Okay, I'm going to contour the nose with V21. And I thought here Utica showed some really good sportsmanship. Okay, she was teaching Lalaurie how to use the sewing machine very, very patiently, I might add. Okay, the way she taught, she was so gentle and everything. I really fell in love with her at this point too. Okay, I really wish if I ever got in Drag Race, someone would do this for me. But you know, I really do think they will cast people who don't sew purposely, okay, just for the drama. Otherwise, if everyone can sew, it's just going to be a Project Runway, right? And they finally addressed the Lalaurie Tamisha Iman situation. Okay, I was quite surprised that Lalaurie didn't go, "That's my mama." Okay, when they walked in, when the Pork Chop Girls walked in last episode. But here it shows that apparently, I think it seems like Tamisha Iman just put Lalaurie into drag just once, okay, and then Lalaurie disappeared and went off and did her own thing, and then they finally reconnected now. It'll be quite interesting to see the trajectory of these two girls. As Tamisha Iman says, you know, she'll always be an Iman in her eyes because she was her baby. That's quite cute. Okay, and then just blend up this side. Okay, Utica Queen's brows are very, very concentrated in the middle, okay? But today, to go with a blonde wig that I'm going to try to use for this look, I'm going to try to do bleach brows, okay? Because in Drag Race UK, Lawrence Chaney has this really amazing white brows. Every time I try to do white brows, I always get like, it always looks weird on me, okay? But today I'm going to try to use Lawrence Chaney's techniques to try to give myself those central white brows. So I'm just going to go into my white, just going to map out these brows. Okay, Utica's brows just basically go in the middle here and they just go up. Just going to blend out the front. I think I'm ready to powder. Okay, I'm going to use this Finishing Powder Filter Effect by Morphe for my white. So just highlighted the white areas and now I'm just going to go in with my no color to set the rest of the face. I'm going to let this bake for a while, put on my face tapes and I'll be right back. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so they're making the outfits for the bag ball. Lalaurie starts to attach these paper bags to herself. I was going like, oh my god, and she actually wore it on the main stage, okay? Quite daring. They start talking about balls, actual balls, and I think this is the first time on Drag Race where they actually spend so much time talking about balls. I mean, there's Legendary on HBO where they actually had a ball competition, okay, that I think was really good too, so check that out. And Tamisha Iman, of course, has been to many a ball, and she has this mini ball, okay, where she gets the girls to walk in a mini ball and do their dips and everything. And then they show some clips of Willy Ninja and some of the Legendary ball performers. I thought that was so nice to see. And you know, of course, Pose has been on TV, so you know a lot of people are quite familiar with the whole concept of balls now. In Singapore, we don't have, you know, many balls, okay? I mean, my friend Bobby tries to throw some, okay? And he's brought in ball performers from Japan and from other countries, from Sync the Pink in UK, to do some shows here in Singapore. I did do a voguing class once with them. Obviously not the best at it. I can kind of like fake the arms, but anything below the waist I couldn't do. But I guess it really comes with practice, so you know. I think balls are so fun. I wish there were more in Singapore. I'm just gonna pop some translucent powder right here. And then Ru comes in for the table visits. Okay, and this time is again a socially distanced visit where she calls them to the table. It was quite interesting here when Ru called both Gottmik and Utica at the same time, and Lalaurie and Joija at the same time. So it seemed like she was projecting the winners and the tops and the bottoms for the week already. Gottmik, of course, had fashion school credentials, which is a bit like Aquaria. She had quite a bit to prove this time. And Utica, of course, is a costume designer, so this is their challenge to lose. And here, her questions during these table visits are starting to get a little bit more pointed. She's actually asking for references. This is quite stressful, okay? I think nowadays, if you go on Drag Race, you have to really beef up your knowledge of pop culture, especially all the stuff that Ru likes, okay? The last RuPaul challenge, they were dinged on when they didn't get, Mama Dearest references, or Joan Crawford references, or this reference and that reference, okay? So it really seems like you really need to be a pop culture sponge, okay, when it comes to Drag Race, because that's what Ru really likes, okay? That you know your references and you're able to banter with them, throw out puns and stuff like that. That's, I think, what makes a really good drag queen. Like, I'm afraid I might be a bit too boring, okay, to be a world famous drag queen. Okay, I'm going to start with the eyes. Okay, for eyes, I'm also going to be using the Dose of Colours palette. I'm going to use this one, Smoky Soiree. I'm going to try going with this brown here. Utica has a brown cut crease, which blows out into red blush, red across the nose, and a big diffuse red lip. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep it small today. Use a smaller blending brush. Put the brown right there. Oh wow, this is quite pigmented. Ooh, wow. Blend into the nose. This is just one dip and a light touch as well. Quite good. This is quite good also because it's blending out over the set base quite nicely. Good formula. To blend out, I'll be using this other Dose of Colours, and this one is Sassy Siennas. I'm using this lighter shade here to try to blend that out. Let's try to use the brush it comes with. Okay, so they are making up. Okay, so my favorite part, when they're all chit-chatting and doing their makeup. Pretty standard, okay, nothing too exciting, but Tina Burner, again, is doing her horrible, messy smoky eye, okay? And here, I think you can see, because it's contrasted, Gottmik doing a black smoky eye. And you can see Gottmik's techniques are so much more nice than Tina Burner. And since they're such good friends, I think Gottmik should have a masterclass for everyone else on blending. I was quite mesmerized by Olivia Lux doing her liner, okay? Because she's got really hooded eyes, you can see her liner goes out and then it curves in that way. So when she's looking straight forward, you get a nice straight line. I should really start doing that also because my lids get quite hooded here, so I should try to do that broken liner trick that she's doing. And you can see Lalaurie using the James Charles palette. Lalaurie seems to be holding up all her palettes all the time, so there's a lot of free advertising for influencers here. Okay, the last time she was using the Jaclyn Hill, and this time she's using the James Charles, and Simone's using the Kimchi. I'm going to blend the crease out now with this darker red here, okay? And this is going to blend into the red blush later on. And here they spend quite a lot of time, again, talking about the Black Lives Matter movements, which, which was quite a big thing last year, okay? Us from all around the world watching America grapple with systemic racism, police brutality, and everything. I made a couple of videos on that too. Okay, it was really shocking, but it was heartening to know that a lot of people have started to come together. And as Simone said, a lot of people are starting to see the systemic inequalities and starting to, rise up and becoming more woke, as they say. Okay, I'm going to do the brows now. So the brows, I'm going to do a very bleached looking brow using Lawrence Cheney's methods. Okay, for this I'm going to dip out. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Warrior 2. I'm going to use a mixture of Kana and Zaz, okay, the white and this very cool toned grey, bleachy look. I know Sensorium, Alexis Stone's company, just came out with a whole bunch of brow bleaching products, so let's go for a bleach brow look today. Bleach brow look today. Go in a little bit with this bleach color Kana. So let's just get into the looks, okay? I think the looks all around were pretty exciting. Okay, first came up Denali. Denali's tree looks, she's not that polished, okay? I think she was quite She was quite lucky to be safe because her Dia des Muertos look was not the best, okay? The way she placed the jewels and everything, they're too big, okay? I think they should have been a bit smaller to be able to give us that nice skull illusion. Wasn't very exciting, and she thought she was supposed to be in the top too. Okay, now I'm using Zaz to blend it to the front. Okay, and in Drag Race UK, Lawrence Chaney actually highlights this with brown so the eyebrows will pop out. Okay, so I'll do that also. Her airbag was quite clever, I think, but it did look a little bit crunchy and a little bit ill-fitting in places, which is, I think, a theme for Denali's looks. So I'm not sure she's going to go very much further because of that. And then Joey J comes out and yeah, these were definitely bottom looks, okay? Because if she couldn't get the joke for the poison ivy thing, then that's quite sad, okay? And her final look, although it did look quite cute, very, very teeny bopper pop star, yeah, it looked very, very poorly made. And yeah, unfortunately, that put her in the bottom. Her makeup was fine, okay? Very simple red makeup. Nothing very different from what I expected of her. Just going to highlight around these brows. Okay, next was LaLaRi. LaLaRi had two kind of good looks, okay? Her bag of bones looks was nice, but I agree with the judges that she should have a lot more bones and a lot more structure. The hair was good though, and her face looked fantastic. I think I was wrong about LaLaRi. Her makeup is actually pretty good, okay? During the mirror moments, she does this thing where she highlights the bottom there. I'm gonna try that later too, okay? Where she really lifts up her face with that. Her second look, the judges loved, okay? The rich one with the bald head. Very, very, reminds me a lot of Bob the Drag Queen style. And of course, the last look with the bags, that was obviously a fail. I think she knew the moment she stepped out, she'll be in the bottom. Next up is Elliot in the gift bag. That was quite cute, but super basic. She carries on this 80s theme for her executive look, okay, with the big shoulder pads. I think Rue likes that kind of 80s references also. And I thought her final bag look was actually pretty good, okay? She actually made that coat out of this pink cow print, and I would wear that. I think it's really, really nice. And her makeup was quite cool too, okay? She had this very pink draping going on up there. They can see in Untucked. So yeah, I think she was, yeah, safe this week. Next was Tamisha Iman. Yeah, Tamisha Iman's looks were all pretty basic too, okay? She didn't look like she was trying very hard. The first two looks were almost the same. They're basically these old suits that she just had. She probably just trotted them out. And her last look was a big mess, okay? For someone who sews, she didn't execute that very, very well. I didn't like her last look either. And she did get a lot of critiques from the judges this time. Okay, and Michelle did call her out for her lack of blending, okay? Which I have been talking about for the last few weeks too. Hopefully she will take that advice and, you know, do some hidey and closet fixing of her makeup. Okay, next is Simone. Simone came out with fun bags. That was quite funny. When she had this shelf and then she could rest herself on her boobies. that was quite funny. Second look was okay. Okay, I didn't think that this shiny pink material flattered her very well. And you couldn't see the hair, okay? It got lost in that collar. I didn't even realize it was supposed to be a poodle hair until she posted on Instagram. So that was a bit lost. And of course for someone who didn't sew, she came out with a very, very simple outfit for the Gaggers with Your Baggers challenge. And she was very, very lucky to be safe, okay? I think everyone was scared that she was going to be in the bottom for this, but I think Rue gave her a pass because of her personality. Olivia Lux came out, and here's a repeated outfit, okay? Both her and Simone came with boxer looks, and too bad Simone did hers first, so the impact of her punching bag was not great, but she had this really nice box braids, okay? This huge mass of braids, like a cat o' nine tails, huh? Very cute, I like that. The executive look was quite nice too. She had a nice lined suit, and the hair was nice, and the makeup was really good too. And her final look, actually I thought she was going to be a top for this final look, okay? This very nice green structured thing, but I guess it was a little bit too busy for the judges. The judges this time are really looking for high fashion, okay? And this one looked a little bit cobbled together. But she looked great, okay? And she had the appliques on her forehead as well. Okay, now I'm just going to use that white again, the Zaz, to highlight the brow bone here. Blend it into the brown and bring this back. Okay, Gottmik comes out in a body bag. The body bag is a really, really cool outfit, but you know, it's been done before. Okay, Milk's done it before with all the guts hanging out. Yeah, but hers was a lot cleaner, okay? And Her executive realness, Rue, loved it. Okay, the minute she walked out, it was, oh my god, Mick, okay? She really liked that ruffled suit with a tulle. Rosé came out with this last week. Okay, she had a suit with a tulle and they read her for that, but Gottmik comes out with a bit of a more of an elevated version for this. So I think they should actually contrast these two looks. Okay, a suit with ruffles. Quite interesting, quite on trend also. Her Gaggers with Your Baggers look was basically just some bags tied together. I didn't think this deserved the win, okay? Utica's was much better, but I guess she charmed them, and I think they really want to give Gottmik a really good narrative, okay? So I think that's why they gave her the win. But her makeup was good. A nice big black smoky Gottmik eye and a mullet. Set on the under eye, just adding this the same brown, make it really deep and smoky. Okay, and next is Rosé. Rosé comes out in Bag of Pipes. Okay, this is quite cute, with a nod to her Scottish heritage. And her executive realness, she tried to do a big business reference, okay? I think it fell flat a little bit, okay, because she looked a bit too serious in her face, okay? I think I'm gonna have the same problem as Rosé, okay? She looks just so intense in her face. It just looks like she's very overthinking things, I think. And that's gonna be my exact problem if I ever get on the show. And her final look, that was quite good, okay, with those silver bags. Her presentation, I wrote here A+. I really liked the way she spun around and the thing started twirling around. She looked really good and she presented it very well. This is where her overthinking actually helped. I'm using my blank canvas, just gonna cut a really big crease there. Next is Tina Burner. Tina Burner came out with her brown bagging it. This mermaid dress that's supposed to look like a brown paper bag and all this empty bottles and booze, okay, and then she sold it really well. Her executive realness with the hound's tooth. That was quite nicely done, but I think we've seen Bob the Drag Queen do it a million times before. Her final bag look, that looked quite simple, okay? She had this red latex outfits with red latex gloves, so that kind of got lost a bit. But the hair was quite cute though, the really small ringlets. I thought those were quite nice. I wouldn't mind a wig like that. Oh yeah, and yellow wigs are huge, big thing these days. They seem to be quite on trend. I really like wearing them too. I think they're quite flattering for my skin tone. Tina Burner obviously has a lot of them, and Ginny Lemon also has a big wall of these bright yellow wigs in Drag Race UK. I know a lot of people don't seem to like them, but I like them. Okay, Candy Muse comes out as this magician's assistant for Bag of Tricks, okay? Quite simple, I guess, but quite cute, okay? She has this gag with this bag that was okay. And then her executive look didn't look very nice. I think those are Fashion Nova undergarments. I think I have exact same ones here. Wait, let me see if I can find them. Yeah, look, I have the exact same Fashion Nova bra and panties that I think she was wearing, and with the chaps and everything where she was hanging little ribbons off. So, yeah, and then she just threw on a jacket and had some money in her hair, and that was supposed to be executive realness. I didn't think that was very good. Let's set this with whites from the Zaz. Okay, and then last up is of course Utica Queen. And Utica Queen came out with 3 really good looks, I thought. I thought the poodle look was nice. She did remind me of Manila Luzon's poodle look in All Stars 4. Her executive realness very simple, but she had this really nice jewelry moment there. RuPaul at the end says that she camps it up a bit too much and that distracts from the dress, but I disagree. Okay, I think Carol Burnett always camps up her fashion anyway, so I think it's a interesting way to sell fashion, and of course she's a drag queen, so you know. And even Ben de la Creme commented in her Instagram saying, "Don't ever stop doing cam face," which I agree. I love it. Okay, and her final look, this was jaw-dropping, okay? The way that she turned sleeping bags into this really high fashion garment. The panels were amazing. The construction was fabulous, okay? It looked like a Montclair. It looked like it could be on the fashion stage of Montclair. I really think this should have given her the win. Oh yeah, and here's a shout out to Kimora Hall's douchebag. Very funny. Yeah, the Safe girls are called Safe. You could see the relief on Simone's face. Okay, and in Untucked, this was a spicy Untucked, okay? Candy Muse didn't disappoint for being the drama queen of the season, and she just basically went off, and Tamisha Iman tried to put her in her place, and this huge fight ensued, okay? Candy Muse is starting to grate on me a little bit. It seems like she feels like she can put Elliot down all the time and tell other people what's up and everything, but once it comes on her, she just can't take it, okay? So I think Candy Muse is in for a bit of a reckoning. I think I predicted this also. They're going to break her down before they bring her up. I'm not sure how much further she's going to go. Yeah, and good on Tamisha Iman. I think Tamisha Iman's really smart. I think she knew she was in the bottom, so she picks the biggest fight possible in Untucked, knowing that they have to keep her so they can keep this drama going, right? I think that's quite an interesting strategy, okay? Just to, if you know you're in the bottom, pick a fight in Untucked, a really big one. Okay, just gonna go into my liner now. I was going to try Olivia Lux's broken liner. Forgot. Oh yeah, Tamisha Iman's makeup. They were saying how unblended it was. And when you zoom in, you could also see that she didn't paint her lips all the way to the side. I think someone left a comment in one of my videos also, where I was trying to go for a very natural look, that I didn't paint my lips all the way to the end. Okay, and this actually looks like she has floating lips. That's a bit of a ding on her as well. I mean, I did the same mistake, so. And of course, after the lip sync, Joey J went home. Okay, so Joey J, you could see when Joey J was announced, they cut to Candy Muse looking very, very sad. I think a tear even dropped from her face. She seemed to like Joey J a lot. But yeah, I think it was really Joey J's time to go. Okay, she really did look like her style was not on the level with everyone else. She was fun though, and she was a really good performer. I was quite sad, okay, to see Joey J leave. But you know, they really endeared all the queens to us with this extended premiere. So, bye Joey J, I think you did very well. Okay, I hope to see more of you on the internet. I think a lot of people have seen quite a lot of Joey J. Alright, I'm just going to finish the liners off camera. I'll be right back to talk about Drag Race UK. Alright, got my liner done. And I put my lenses in also, okay, because I don't want to get powder and glitter all over them later. And then bring the black under the eye a little bit. Her makeup today is very smoked out, so I'm going to smoke this all out with some reds and pinks. Okay, but first I'm going to put some glitter. I'm going to put some diamond dust right in there. Okay, I think she's got some glitter in her eye as well. Okay, so Drag Race UK. So Drag Race UK is a great episode this week. Frenemies ball, okay, so they had to basically do a ball also, but they had to pair up and go up against each other. And it was quite stressful because the loser of each group had to be in the bottom. Well, not in the bottom. At first I thought it was going to be a 5-way lip sync. But in the end, it was just in the bottom and critique. So it wasn't that bad. Okay, it was still a 2-way lip sync. I thought there was going to be a 5-way lip sync. I need some brighter reds today. So I'm actually going to be using my Jaclyn Hill palette as blush. Okay, I'm going to be using these reds, okay, and the pinks to blend that out. It's really, okay, the red goes really, really up there. I'm going to use Heart On, which is this red. Okay, I'm just going to start to put them, building it up. Okay, and drag it to the temple. I think we can go in with a little bit more of a heavy hand. Okay, I'm going to use my denser brush and pack it on. Oh, this is quite bright. This is a bit too bright. Okay, never mind. Just keep going. Yeah, so the Frenemies ball, and of course Lawrence Chaney won this one. Just like Gottmik, I think Ru really wanted to give Lawrence Chaney the win this time. She really likes Lawrence Chaney. And Estina Mandela went home. That was quite shocking. I thought Estina Mandela was going to go quite far. Okay, especially since she won the first challenge, but she did win the first challenge with a ASOS jacket. And you know, in the end, she went home because her fashion was basic compared to the rest. And I think that is a cautionary tale. Okay, I'm using a bit of crazy to add some dimension to this. Okay, yeah, this deep red going out there, this works a little bit better. And then using the black to really smudge this part out. Yeah, so for Drag Race UK, they came in from the week before, and you could see Bimini's tuck, or lack of tuck. That was quite interesting. Okay, and Ellie Diamond wearing these stripper shoes. I've been read a few times for wearing these pleaser stripper shoes, okay? Unfortunately, for really big queens like me and Ellie Diamond, these are usually the only shoes that fit, okay, and that look halfway good, okay. But you know, a lot of queens would not be caught dead in these stripper shoes. Going back in with Smoky Soiree Brown to just blend out this black here a little bit. Bring it in and blend that into this maroon crazy also. Really blown out her eye this time. And then they all sit on the couch and start talking, and you can actually see Veronica Green, when they zoom up right close to her face, you can see all the creases in her face. Okay, it's a bit like mine, okay? The foundation starts creasing when you don't set it properly or she's not using the right concealer or powder. And she is a queen of a certain age, like myself, okay? She claims she's 34 there, but you know, from all the creases, it looks like she could use a little bit more blurring powder or something. No, today's very intense. And then of course, when they're taking all their clothes off, Taste starts really talking herself up, okay? From being in the bottom 2 last week, she really needs to, you know, pump up herself. And then the mini challenge is a limbo rock mini challenge. It was quite cute how bendy they all are. Okay, so in the end, and I think here the top 2 were Veronica Green and Taste again. So the top and the bottom from last week were the best in the limbo rock challenge. And for the ball challenge, I think that they were quite kind to the queens here. They actually gave them actual fabric that they could use, right? They definitely had a lot more to work with than the bag ball challenge. Okay, I'm using my Clown White Light and I'm going to give myself a under eye. Oh no, that went on my eyeball. Oh my god, you can see that. So that white actually went on my eyeball and it stays, and it's staying there. Oh, it's still there. Oh, if you ever needed to paint your eyeballs white, you can use Clown White Light. Bringing the black around. Yeah, so here I thought the best part of this episode was when they were discussing being non-binary and why Ginny Lemon always wears yellow, because yellow is a non-binary color. And here she has a really tender moment with Bimini, who's also non-binary, and they really bond because of this. And Ginny talks about how she never feels sexy and everything, and Ru challenges her to be sexy. And well, it didn't go quite right, but you know, it takes a while to learn how to be sexy. I don't think I have learned exactly the ways of the 6 yet, especially in drag. Okay, now I'm just going in the more of the red. Just blow all this out. I'm gonna use that same red as blush. Bring it all the way down. Yeah. There's this whole thing about sexual tension between Ahura and Taste. It's quite cute, I think. And Ahura did talk about how she's being discriminated against in the fashion scene for being a drag queen. Well, you know, I think the fashion scene does borrow so much from drag. I don't know why she should be feeling discriminated against. Maybe it's because she's a bitch. Oops. Now I'm going to bring the red right across as well. I think I'm going to use a smaller brush also. With a darker red, I'm going to try Living My Best. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it. Okay, I'm just going to try to concentrate this, knock off the excess, over the bridge of the nose. Okay, and she also contours her nostril here. So it looks like she's just coming from the cold. Okay, and then all around the lips, big blown up lips. Let's start with the corners. Whew, and it's tired. I thought the outfits here were all pretty okay. Yeah, the ones that were good, and the ones were bad. My favorites were definitely Taste. I thought Taste was actually looked better than Ahura. I thought Taste was actually supposed to look quite good. Ellie Diamond looked great. I love this gold look on Ellie Diamond, and her makeup was amazing as well. Okay, and yeah, Tia Coffee was terrible. Estina Mandela, I mean, they did show in the workroom, right? They did talk about her not embellishing enough, and that was a downfall. Ru looked amazing. This green eye was so nice and soft on Ru. I really thought it was beautiful. Some of this red here too. Added dimension. Ginny Lemon looked quite horrendous. Okay, she did try to do this very pink halo eye, but there was just something missing, okay? Something missing in the middle. I think she add some glitter or some yellow there. That'd be quite cute. Estina Mandela, her makeup was quite basic, okay, but her liner placement was pretty good, I thought. Oh, and the guest judge, Jordan Dunn, her makeup was so beautiful. I think I was really mesmerized. Oh god, I look a bit nuts right now. Okay, yeah, and Jordan Dunn looked really good too. Adding more red. Okay, and then I'm using Tipsy Girl, which is a pink, to blend those out on the sides. I don't know, it was not too much. Did I do too much? I think I was talking. Never mind, let's try to salvage this. Okay, let's do the lips. I do only still have this one red lip, my Stila. And I think this part really comes to life after you do all the highlights that she's done, okay? So I'm going to use my SUVA Beauty white paint to try to save this. Ooh. I think I really did go on a bit too much. Alright, got my SUVA Beauty in Space Panda. The bottom two to lip sync was Tia Coffee and Estina Mandela. And Tia Coffee won, okay, Estina Mandela is quite shocking, but you could see Estina Mandela was looking quite desperate, okay, she was copying a lot of Tia Coffee's moves. I think here it really shows that Ru is really looking for personality, and if we can make Ru laugh, that's it. But I think Estina Mandela, because of the very basic outfit, and she couldn't give Ru references, she couldn't stand up for herself on stage, she just looked a bit more you know, contrite when she was being critiqued, rather than Tia Coffee really could take the joke and really took it on the chin. I think Ru gave it to Tia Coffee for that. I think that's why Tia Coffee won. Okay, so I'm just going to draw these diamond stars. That's the idea. I'm going to do this all the way across, do my lips, and I'll be back with the finished look. And this is the finished look. Editorial makeup with nice choppy hair and long nails. I had this puffy red ski outfit lying around. Unfortunately, I don't have the skills to turn sleeping bags into an amazing outfit like Utica, who should have won this week. Who are your top snatches and scratches of the week? Of course, mine is Utica Queen. Over on Drag Race UK, I think Ellie Diamond wins my top snatch of the week. Alright, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye. Wait to go snowboarding again.
Girl, you're so hot like summer.
Meanwhile, I can use my outfits for drag.
It feels what you do, no one can do it like you. Girl, you're so hot like summer. You're everything I ever.
Check out my other videos. I did Kimora Hall 3 makeup here when I reviewed last week's episodes. And I did a Evie Oddly Orange Alert look, talking about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome for my Dermatology in Drag series. I'll see you next time. Bye.